Hello, it's Bob. So I thought I'd give you a little view of my work area today and what I did to the tender of the Southern Pacific. I highlighted a little bit of the places on the cab forward with gold paint. Just stands out a little better. I like it. So this was the tender that does work. And this was the one from the cab forward, as I just said. There's the printed circuit board. This is a newer one than is in the big boy. These are definitely newer than that. The gray things are the two relays in this one. In the big boy, they're larger and they're black. I don't know if these ones snap off like the big boy. They may. I don't intend to try. There wasn't enough weight in this tender. It was just a flat piece of brass on the bottom and then the printed circuit board, so there was no weight in the tender other than what it was. So I added some, looks like 3/4 inch, almost 1 inch bolts and three nuts to add weight. Glued them in, painted them black, and just to add weight to the tender. You need a little weight when you're pulling a big train, or forget it. Yeah. So also in the tender, there's the connection that I made or had to make on the wires that were too short. You can see the black wires in there. Those ones there. They were too short to access anything before, as you're trying to pull things out. Pull them apart. So these just come apart there. That's a greatest little connector. This is the one that came with the system, and there were bare wires on the end of that. So what I'm now starting to use is this Permatex liquid electrical tape. Wow, that's amazing stuff. Just a little touch of that, and you can see it. Hard to see it, but it's right there on the end of that black connector where the black wires are. I just touched it up with that black electrical liquid tape. Amazing stuff. And I often use this high strength oily glue. I use the Insta glue quite a bit, but Insta glue doesn't quite look as well on metal. And this oily glue tends to take a little longer to set up, but actually it's a pretty strong glue. I got it online. It says fish glue, Jewfish, multifunctional glue. Really works pretty good. And there's the plans. They come with the cab forward. Smoke switch. Like it couldn't be in a more obnoxious place on both the big boy and the cab forward. It's just like ridiculous. I know it probably, it hides it, but hey guys, that's not a good place for them. There's some more. So it indicates how many places where the screws hold the body to the chassis. There's, and then it indicates where you should oil, and I've oiled them all. This is a bar in here. This is a bar here that holds this capital screw in here. This holds the shell down. This bar needs to come off, and then you need to turn it slightly sideways so that it detaches from there. Then you got to put it back on here, and when you're putting the cab back on, you have to tilt the cab to get it in the slot that's in there. There's a slot in there. The rest are pretty straightforward. That screw's easy. There's 2 screws here that go into the from the chassis to the cab. They come out pretty easy. The tender's got 6 screws in it. It comes apart easy. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up on how to take a Williams apart if you wanted to, or if you're trying to. There's 6 screws. You can see them in there. I left them in there so I wouldn't lose them, because I lose them. And you can see I already lost one, so I had to put another one in. Talk about tricky to find another one. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little heads up as to what I do. And this is my work table. I made the wood part and then found the foam. And man, that foam works good. Look at, you can stick all your little screwdrivers and picks and everything into the top of the foam. And it holds it in place. I made a little end spot for measuring tape and all the little bottles of stuff you have to use to oil this or grease this. And I have some grease up on the shelf up here. It's where I keep a lot of my other stuff, as you can see. There's grease up there for this. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you, there's a nice little brush I use to dust off everything. I think I showed that before. And these screwdrivers, I just saw them, power built, never seen them before. Bought them at a place called Princess Auto here in Canada. Magnetic tips on them. Woo-hoo. Make life a whole lot easier. Pick it up, Bob. Okay. Now I've got one more thing to show you in the other room, so we'll go down to the train room. And I just wanted to so the big boy itself is with tender. Is 34.5 inches, maybe even 5/8 of an inch long. That's a big engine. I just wanted to give you some sort of a scope as to what the measurement was. And it runs nice. I've had it running this morning. I'm quite happy with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye.